Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes.
That's something that this is kind of first time in North Victoria. So it's this just makes it different not being my life. Like something I just think that's so long.
You made Eddie Murphy break cat. Make
Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the LSU Tigers and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This conference matchup between two teams that do not like each other very much is a great way to get things started here in the conference. I'll keep you posted on the energy and atmosphere at the half. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Longhorns ready to kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's home. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Just seconds into this game, we already have a turnover and haven't even snapped one from scrimmage.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
Might be changing the route. Trying to run, it's Smothers. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Red pass, it's complete. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. Fires to the tight end. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and as so hard to operate under these conditions. Throws for the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Off play action on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end. Getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. To throw, Manning. Blasted as he lets it go. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Manning from the gun on third down. Finds his target down the middle. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get...
It's a good and a bad thing. I simply want the championship. I just want to be promoted. It's not over.
Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas. DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Texas Longhorns. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Hey guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Longhorns will kick off first, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lyle. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly and some room to work.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So we're scoreless. Their first drive of the game, and his coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. This offense has it with really good field position. Makes the grab. It's Townsend. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Longhorns have taken it inside the 20. Reads it, fires complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Nice job after the catch by the tight end. Able to make a guy miss and go get extra yards.
And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Big guy smells it. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
He's got the tight end, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Texas! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
Now, I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early. In front of this crowd, you know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, Dave.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He's at the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the give off the left side. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 30. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas.
that makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Coming out with it, it's Lyle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
The Canes are in the hurry-up. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down.
And I think on that last...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Throwing Manning. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Right on the money. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
With the draw, it's Brown. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Manning with a play fake. Now sliding to his left.
Example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield, nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with. Run.
Wow.
Catch down the right side. Off and running. 10. Touchdown, Miami. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I better say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Look at this stupid nigga. Don't let me deflect the pass, but let the stupid nigga die.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. The offense changing the play. The run inside. It smothers. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Bevo is a ground-based animal, and he has to like what he's seeing right now from this running game.
Yeah, the beef up front doing their job, creating some holes, making some alleys, get those running backs. I think Texas, when you can pound the rock and you can use your big guys up front, you can win a lot of football games.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Arch Madness. Looking for a big play.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
Back to pass, it's Manning. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And he puts through the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. He brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's Mensah to throw. Lets it fly. Snags it down the right side. Rolled into enemy territory and all the way to the 44-yard line.
And, man, he makes another big play for this offense, and he's been the go-to guy. He's been the speed guy on the outside. He's close to 200 yards on the day, so that tells you you don't get in that air unless you are really, really good, and the offense has found him early and often throughout this football game.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas! And they turn it into a defensive score. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Mensah. quick completion on the out. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line.
Guys, with that catch, he has now eclipsed the 200-yard receiving mark.
Time to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Finds space on the right. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage, take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Tight end now in motion. Only able to pick up a yard, it'll be 3rd and 9. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
A strike downfield. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Canes are threatening in the red zone. Throwing, Mensah. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Touchdown, Canes! He got it, feet down inbounds!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Arch is going to throw for it. Under fire. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Makes the grab down the middle. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield. It's Manning. Going for the big play. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
He's not afraid to go deep. Breaks it inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas! This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down. Gets the first himself. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Back to throw, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that's the first thing that's really gone right this afternoon. You got a big deficit. You haven't hit the quarterback very often. You need to change that around. Good start of the second half here. Make him feel uncomfortable.
Gonna run it. It's Smothers. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Finds his man. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where...
Got a little grass. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You've got to have better ball security. It's the football possession. That is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Here's Mensah to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Open space at the 25. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And the Hurricanes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He goes right back to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Mensah. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Play action, here's Manning. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's Manning to throw. Setting up the screen. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that 1st down.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Manning. Using his legs to buy some time. They'll wrap him up, and he is stopped well short of the 1st down marker. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Running inside. It's Fletcher. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. The run inside. It's Smothers. There he goes. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. To the ground. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the...
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. That's reeled in. It's Townsend. Makes the grab in their space. The 20. Inside the... And he scores! Touchdown, Longhorn!
It's so nice to have that tight end that can be a chess piece. You can move him around, and then guess what? He can break tackles. He can make explosive plays. You've seen tight ends grow and get faster and bigger and stronger, and they throw it to him short, and look at the speed. He does the rest for the long touchdown catch.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Throwing, Mensah. Unloads to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a grab over the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Longhorns! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. From inside the 15, here's the return. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now Hal Wilt breaks into the open. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Canes want to pick up the tempo.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It'll be third and short from their own 33. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Quickly complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The quick out. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Here's Mensah to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Running inside, it's Fletcher. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down, you've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Mensah. Here's a heat. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Man, when you're down and it's the fourth quarter, we got to do this.
Finding some room. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Quickly complete. Continues to fight for yards. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Canes! They'll line up to go for two. Throwing, Mensah. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting